Hi guys.
Aurora, we're back with Aurora. I don't know if you guys know. You probably should have. It's the first video I ever did. She was fantastic on it, and I thank her for being the first one. We're back with her just to get an update, and see where she is. This is about a year later. Yeah. It's still here.
Still here.
Has anything changed for you as far as, um, your craft and have you discovered anything as far as to help you with your process or to help you like that? Have you found more guidance? I don't know what's changed. I don't know what I'm like aiming at. But like,
So
what's
what I
changed for you?
mentioned to you earlier, remember I told you I got a new job?
Yes, you did.
So at that, thank you. In that specific job, I was doing bread production.
Yes.
So I was learning how to make sourdough, croissants, pain de chocolat, cinnamon rolls, things like that. And normally that's obviously outside of what I normally do because I'm just focused on cakes.
Right.
But obviously, also my end goal last time I remember I mentioned that I still wanted to have like a storefront in a bakery.
Yes.
So aside from offering custom cakes, I do want to have like my pastries and stuff that I learned while I was in culinary school, so I can constantly practice that. Because I think, yeah, coming outside of culinary school, I wasn't really doing much pastries. It was just cake.
Right.
And now I'm focused on bread, so I think I'm hitting every mark in the field of culinary.
Yeah, absolutely. Did it help you? Did it help you? Did it change your viewpoint on what you wanted to do, or?
I think it added perspective for sure because now, like before, my regular day-to-day time to go to work would be 9 a.m., like the earliest.
Right.
And now my shift as a bread baker, if you're doing bread production, your shift starts 4 a.m., 5 a.m. So at work, I have to be there. I have to be at work basically by 5 a.m. So I start my day super, super early. And then in terms of like the job I have now is for like a private members club. So it's not like the production is a lot more intense when it comes to things like this because we're catering to 2 restaurants and then a cafe that they have on our floor.
Right.
And then working at home, if I'm doing stuff for my business, it's at my pace or like time that I've scheduled to do that. And yeah, at this new job, the production is a lot. It's not, in the beginning, it wasn't something that I was used to because in the cake world, it's just you take as much cakes as you like can
Right.
for the week. You plan ahead to do that, and then when it comes to like the restaurants, we have to have stuff on our hand, or when a customer comes in asking for something specifically, you can't tell them no.
Right.
So the workload is different there.
Yeah.
And then it gets me used to waking up early and then just like figuring out what I have to do for the day. Or sometimes I even see when my boss is going back and forth when it comes to costing and finding ingredients that are like beneficial to her because she's in budget, and then also like it's still quality stuff.
Yeah.
And then having I wasn't really like super into the bread production, and then my boss, like the job I'm at now, they're giving me the opportunity to learn as I'm going. Even though I have the experience of culinary school, it wasn't something I was constantly practicing.
Right.
Until now.
Absolutely. And is that I kind of just thought of this too as well. You mentioned, watching your boss, finding all the ingredients, like the process of that, finding the ingredients, how much it costs, all that stuff. Is that benefiting you as far as seeing what it takes to, handle like a company or like a big thing like that when you want to start your own, business, your own shop?
Yeah, because it even goes to something as far as one time I wasn't mindful of the amount of plastic I was grabbing to wrap a certain tray.
Yeah.
And then when I was going to wrap the plastic, my boss thought that I took too much. So she was like, "Oh, like take it easy, man." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And then she was like, "Look at the plastic. Do you really think you need that much?" And I was like, "Maybe not." So then she was like, when it's your store and you're running it, like you're gonna catch yourself in a sense being cheap in some spaces where as a worker you're not thinking about how much you're wasting or how much product you need or things like that, but then when you're the owner and you're the one like that has to maintain the business and all that, it's a whole different ballgame. Like every cent counts, everything hurts, like everything is super important.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's super important too, like seeing all that.
where do you see yourself, in another year from now? Just learning more, or like, I mean, like, what, reasonably, not saying that you have to. Oh, I want to have my my shop ready and open them, but it's your time. It's what do you think?
Yeah, I still obviously, yeah. So the end goal would obviously, I need to stop saying obviously, but yeah, my end goal would be to have my bakery.
Yeah.
But I think I still need to continue to learn, and I guess now that I'm in the field where I see production and everything that's super heavy, I need to feel that for some time to know what I'm getting myself into, while I'm also still saving and showing up for myself in like my other jobs and stuff.
Absolutely. What is that? What does that look like for you? And I mean, and what has that looked like for you? In the past year, as far as people around you, helping you, or people, or has it just been you with this?
Like when it comes to actually producing the cake or like being at home and cleaning and all that, it is me. Even content is me. Numbers is me.
Yeah.
Basically everything I do. Yeah, like having to go get the groceries is me. Literally everything is me. Like,
Built this shit.
Yeah.
That's real. That's so real. Gee, that's a lot of work. Like,
yeah.
I can't even imagine. How do you do it?
I don't know.
Is it your passion that kind of like drives you? Like,
yeah, like, it's something that I'm working towards. So if you're not the one doing it, then it's not gonna get done. But yeah, that's just how I view it. Sometimes I am obviously.
Could you say it one more time for the camera? I'm sorry.
Say that again.
That was a beautiful line.
I forgot what I said.
You said if you're not the one doing it, it's not gonna get done.
Okay. Yeah. So that's how I feel. If you're not the one doing it, then it's not gonna get done.
Yeah. It's hard. I agree with
You're
that.
welcome.
Continue. I'm sorry. Continue.
I forgot what I was saying.
But about like you're working towards something, and if it's not gonna get done, it's not gonna get done. So you feel, on top of it being your passion, something that you wanna achieve and accomplish. It's
gonna take some time because it's if I'm the one doing everything by myself, then slowly, it's like when I can because I'm also in between two other jobs.
Right. Absolutely.
And then having to go home and still live my life and then show up for my family, show up for my dog, myself.
Yeah. How has that been? How has that juggle been? Like, I mean, especially within the last year, you getting that new job and things like that. Has that been a struggle? And have you been able, like, are you? Is it still a struggle, or have you found the code for that, or you're still taking it day by day as far as showing up for people in your life, and they need your attention, being in you showing up for yourself.
Yeah, I feel like in the beginning I wasn't showing up for myself, or like if I did show up for myself, I would feel guilty because I'm constantly just used to working. And then those days where I do feel fatigue, or like my body's telling me that I do need rest, those days like in the beginning I wouldn't give myself those days because I would feel guilty about it. But then I'm like, no, to keep going, it's to keep, like, I'm not a robot,
Exactly.
So like a machine also needs a little break sometimes. So that's how I view it, like a different perspective.
That's a beautiful way to look at it. I'm glad you looked at it that way, because there's no other, I think there's no other way to look at it. You gotta do something for yourself. Like, you can't just keep going. That's what I was telling. I think that's what I was telling them. It's like you have to be okay at the same time doing it. You have to be happy doing it. That's the key. And that cake looks amazing.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can. Everybody can. Everybody has it in them to do this. Trust.
What makes it like your thing? If that makes sense. If like, I don't know how to describe it, man.
Can I?
Yeah.
Where does your originality come from? In something that you think anybody could do. Like, what makes what makes it yours?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Such a great question. Well put. What makes it mine? I'm not sure. It's just something that I've been doing for like a long time. So I think to me, it's something that seems easy, or at one point too, like when I thought it was easy, it really wasn't. So as I you see the difference in my work, or just going through experiences that people were teaching me, and then I'm like, okay, I really can do this. It's just different ways of learning things, or having the ability to learn, and people willing to give you that time.
Absolutely. Great.
Yeah, because I remember even like when it came to the cakes and stuff, or like if I had to go to my job, clock out the time that I would have to leave, and then my coworker would stay behind and like just teach me small things on cakes, and I would stay and repeat it or do it. Yeah. So that's really all it is, like just putting the time in.
It's like what you make of it, like what you want out of it.
Like how bad do you really want it, basically.
Yeah, it's like anybody can do it. Yeah, but how much, like how badly you want it, what your passion is for it will determine, how good you are, the things you learn, how much effort you put in, so like, yeah, that's wow. So did you already answer the question about where you wanted to see yourself in like the next year, or like or did you start talking about that maybe like?
Yeah, I kind of started talking about it, then I drifted away.
You want to continue?
But yeah, I think I want to see myself still learning and in the field of pastries and cakes, because my job doesn't really consist of cakes, but the cakes does come from like my own business. So if I still stay true to that and push for that, then I'll keep getting orders. Yeah. And then on the other side is working with pastries, working in the field. I just like to stay busy, and then having jobs is more of a consistent pay. And then sometimes with my own business, I'm learning that the rate, like business rates, fluctuate. Some days I'm busy, some days I'm slow. So I just need to, make sure I'm good in all ends.
Do you want to incorporate like pastries and what they're teaching you into your job, or do you want to stick to cakes with your own business and your shop down the line? Or do you have like a certain way you're like, okay, I have a certain way that I want to do my shop, I want to do my business or whatever, and I kind of don't like, it's cool that I'm learning all learning how to make these things, but I don't want to incorporate that into what I'm doing? Or is that something that you thought about, or that you want to do, is incorporate all those things that they're teaching you, like to sell at your shop or to sell as well, but make it your own?
Yeah, I think that's what I would do. Everything that I'm learning, make it my own. Maybe tweak some recipes, but it's important to know the techniques and the machinery and what I need to get that. And yeah,
absolutely. So I look forward to seeing this shop one day, and coming to New York and be like, I'm gonna go to the Aurora shop.
So
that's gonna be hard, boy. That's gonna be hard. Is there anything you wanna say, or that I didn't cover in this little update video? How you been? How what's your mindset right now? Like, this is time for like any type of. This is like. Because now this is not even necessary. Sorry. This is like pure like. Yeah, like.
Can I ask as a guest?
No.
No. Yes, he can.
Of course.
Okay, as someone who works in the kitchen.
Okay. Oh, you work in the kitchen?
No.
Oh,
You. Okay. I do not. But I thought about it. Do you watch The Bear?
I've watched The Bear.
What do you think of it?
The Bear is literally how it goes. I see a lot of memes of, like, a lot of people think that baking or just, being in the kitchen is all peace and like sweet and everything is smooth, but little do the clients know that you're like on your third crash out because the cake is not smoothing, or the cake is melting, or you're just facing obstacles while you're making it. But then the result is like they're super happy, they can't believe it's cake, or they're just like amazed. So I think that makes it all worth it.
Yeah.
I hope that
Beautiful.
answers your question. Yeah.
Perfect answer.
Yeah,
Perfect
boy,
answer.
Yeah, boy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course, I appreciate you. Yeah, is there anything else you want to, like, some words that, out of your own, any word that you want to say to whoever's watching, or to, about how you're feeling and where you at right now and where you going?
I do want to say though like over time when I post stuff about whether it's my baking or just things that I have like planned for the future or just in day to day, like I do receive a lot of support of just people that I'm not familiar with, but we've known each other through Instagram that really do show a lot of support, show a lot of love. So that always like helps me to feel confident, I guess, and to keep going when it comes to things like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool. Like seeing the village behind me.
Yeah.
Before it was just like something small that I didn't think would be imaginable, and then like as I keep progressing and as I keep, you know, accomplishing things, like it's kind of like everybody's getting dragged with me, and then you know, it's like pretty cool.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. I'm so happy for you.
And even with you, like I feel like when you do things out of just pure intentions and like with love, and you actually like, give it your all, like good things are gonna happen, even if bad stuff like happens.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like that's what I hope to. You know, I like doing that. Like that's what I try to, you know, live, you know, like that. Doesn't always work out, you know. Doesn't always work out, but you meet people like you and like who like, you know, I was nervous. I don't know why, because I overthink sometimes. You know, I really, you know, they know. And
you were nervous this time or the first time?
Both. You know, because even though
I was nervous too. I'm still nervous. I'm
like,
just not good with camera stuff. But yeah.
I'm nervous because it's like it's been a year, and like, you know, maybe she's just different. Maybe she's on, you know, different timing. I don't know, sir. Yeah, but we're about to wrap up anyway. But you've been the same.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you haven't changed, which is
that like a good thing or a
that's
bad
a really
thing?
good. That's a really good thing.
Okay.
And a lot of people like, you know, it's not the same. Not saying like, oh, you know, you haven't changed, so like, you know, like you need to. Everybody knows change is good or whatever. Like, but that's something that I realize is people like are inconsistent with who they are as far as like they're like you're genuine. You're genuine from last year. May, you know, like the same love, the same energy, you know, is there, you know, you know, with everything that you've been through within the last year or so, and I'm certain it'll be the same a year from now. And don't let life take it from you. You know, that's one thing I've realized is like it'll try to take it from you, but as long as you like how you said, you step with love and you step with pure intentions, and I feel like you've always done that. You've always shown out. You know, especially you always support it. You know, so I really appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you too. Oh, sweet.
Yeah. I think that's about a wrap, right? Yeah.
Yes, so.
And then we're gonna cut the check. I think we're gonna get a closer. Oh, we're gonna get a closer look at the cake. But
it's
yeah.
a little sloppy because I don't have my turntable.
But you know,
Look pretty dandy.
little pretty neat, boy. Let's see. But until next time, Raw, we'll update you.
Yeah. Bye, guys.